everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're heading back to Hogwarts to dive into the second installment of the series, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Before we get into the details, I have to answer a question I'm often asked. Is there a longer version of this movie? The answer is a big yes. While the theatrical version is a monster at 161 minutes, the extended version adds about 13 minutes of deleted scenes.
What?
We're talking more about Lucius Malfoy being a threat to Borgin and Burks. It's the perfect version for die-hard fans, which, if you haven't seen it, you'll understand and see in this video. But there's one thing we have to talk about in detail, and that's the Basilisk. For a movie that came out in 2002, the technical execution of this creature is nothing short of incredible. Even 20-plus years later, it holds up better than some modern CGI. We're going to break down exactly why that fight scene is a masterclass in monster cinema. And that's not all. We're going to look at some of the coolest facts you probably didn't know, from improvised insults by Malfoys and the expensive destruction of actual cars on set, to the surprising secret behind Moaning Myrtle and behind-the-scenes details. For example, how favorite house elf was filmed. So grab your mandrake earmuffs and let's head down into the pipes. Was the Chamber of Secrets the peak of the early Potter era? Let's find out. Let's start with the star of the show, the Basilisk. In an era where every movie was trying to be the next Star Wars with heavy CGI, Chris Columbus did something brave. He went practical. They built a 25-foot-long animatronic snake. Think about that. When Harry is backing away in the flooded chamber, Daniel Radcliffe wasn't looking at a tennis ball on a stick. He was looking at a massive mechanical monster with moving jaws and dripping slime. This is why the scene feels so claustrophobic and real. CGI ages, but physical models? They stay terrifying forever. Just look at the textures on its skin.
Woo!
It's cinematic gold. But wait, we need to talk about what this creature actually is. In the wizarding world, a basilisk isn't just a big snake. It's known as the King of Serpents. And its creation is pure dark magic. It's born from a chicken's egg hatched underneath a toad. Yeah, you heard that right. It's a completely unnatural, cursed monstrosity. It can live for hundreds of years, and the one in the chamber was placed there by Salazar Slytherin himself, making it over 1,000 years old. That's why it's so massive. It's not just scary because it's big. It's scary because it's an ancient, magical, biological weapon. What do you think about it? Were you afraid of him? Write your answer in the comments below the video. Number 2 is a fan favorite. Jason Isaacs, who plays Lucius Malfoy, is a legend. He actually came up with Lucius's look himself. The long hair, the cane. His son Draco also inadvertently created his best improv moment. When Harry, as Goyle, says his glasses are for reading, Draco says, "I didn't know you could read." That wasn't in the script. Draco simply forgot his next line and stayed in character. Crabbe's confused reaction was also real. It's these tiny human moments that make the Malfoys such iconic villains. Let's talk about the flying Ford Anglia. It's a symbol of freedom for Harry, but for the production team, it was a nightmare. To film the crash into the Whomping Willow, they didn't just use one car. They destroyed 14 of them. Imagine being the guy on set whose job is to repeatedly smash vintage cars into a mechanical tree. It's one of the most expensive sequences in the film, but it gave us that physical sense of impact that you just can't get with digital effects. This is a fact that always breaks people's brains. Number 4, Moaning Myrtle. She's supposed to be a 14-year-old ghost, right? Well, the actress Shirley Henderson was 37 years old at the time. Did you notice her age? Because I didn't at all. She is officially the oldest person to play a student in the entire franchise. The way she captured that high-pitched, whiny, tragic energy is incredible. It also shows how brilliant the casting directors were. They didn't care about age, they cared about the vibe. Number 5. Dobby was a revolution for the early 2000s. But for the actors, it was hilarious. Since Dobby was added in post-production, the kids had to act against an orange on a stick. Can you imagine the pressure? You have to look heartbroken or shocked while staring at a piece of fruit held by a crew member in a green suit. It's a testament to the young actor's talent that we actually felt Dobby's soul in those scenes. They even created him so beautifully that Dobby became the most popular character in this movie. Was he yours too? And a small funny media bomb was already spreading back then. When Dobby appeared in 2002, rumors started flying that he was modeled after Vladimir Putin, and that there might even be a lawsuit. In reality, it was just a media exaggeration that got out of hand. But honestly, do you see the resemblance? Leave us your answer in the comments. And take a look at Rubius Hagrid. Did you know the actor who played him, Robbie Coltrane, wasn't actually that massive?
No.
Ever wondered how they made Hagrid look so huge? In some scenes, they used body doubles, camera tricks, and clever effects. That's why he sometimes looks extra giant or even slightly different in the face. Curious how it all worked? I break it down in my very first video about Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Go check it out after this video. But for now, let's get back to the chamber. Number 6. Real-life arachnophobia. If you hate spiders, you have a lot in common with Rupert Grint. Ron's fear of spiders wasn't just acting. Rupert is severely arachnophobic. When they were filming the scene with Aragog, he was genuinely terrified. He even said in interviews that he still can't watch that part of the movie. That look of pure horror on his face when the spiders are crawling into the car, that's 100% real Rupert. Number 7. The Deleted Mystery, Borgin and Burkes. Now let's look at a highlight from the extended version. There's a scene where Harry hides in a cabinet in Knockturn Alley. In the theatrical cut, it's short. But in the long version, we see Lucius Malfoy trying to sell dark objects because he's afraid of a ministry raid. This is huge for the plot. It shows that even the powerful Malfoys are scared of being caught. It also introduces the Hand of Glory, a creepy, dark artifact that plays a role later in the books. It makes the world feel much larger and more dangerous. Number 8. The Language of Snakes. Finally, let's talk Parseltongue. They didn't just want Harry to make random hissing sounds. They hired a professor of linguistics to create a real phonetic language. When you hear Harry speak to the snake in the dueling club, he's following a specific grammar. This attention to detail is why the Harry Potter films feel so lived in. It's not just a movie, it's a fully realized world with its own history and linguistics. It's absolutely incredible how much effort the director put into it. Number 9. Lockhart's Ridiculous Quiz. The extended version includes the full scene of Lockhart's first class, where he gives a quiz entirely about himself. We see the students' confused faces as they try to answer questions like, what is Gilderoy Lockhart's favorite color? It perfectly cements how useless he is as a teacher. And Lockhart is the perfect foil to Harry. Harry is famous and hates it. Lockhart is a nobody who would kill for a headline. This contrast is what makes the second film so much more than just a monster movie. It's a satire on fame. The Chamber of Secrets is the bridge between the childhood wonder of the first film and the dark reality of the third movie. It gave us our first glimpse of a Horcrux. It gave us the coolest snake in cinema history. And it showed us that even at 12 years old, Harry was a hero. What's your favorite moment? The flying car or the duel with the Basilisk? Or was there a fact in the video that surprised you? Let me know in the comments. And if you want me to do a deep dive into The Prisoner of Azkaban next, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Mischief managed.